Now, it's often said that education is a key to success, but for the students of Obaakrowa DA Basic School, that key may be hard to turn. In Obaakrowa, a small farming community in the South municipality of the Greater Accra region, children are forced to study under trees due to lack of classroom infrastructure. As the rainy season approaches, concerns are growing that their already fragile learning environment could be further disrupted. Kennedy Chumesi's report on the challenges these determined students face in their pursuit of education comes up next.
At first glance, Obaakrowa DA Basic School in the South municipality seems to have classroom blocks, but a closer look tells a different story.
This is a school built for about 50-60 years now, which nothing has been done on it since the school was established to date. And this is the state of the school as we see that the school has been dilapidated in the form that is even danger to the people conveying in it.
Roofs are in bad shape, the walls are cracked, windows shattered, and termites have eaten away the wooden beams. In some blocks, the concrete floors are crumbling. The few available classrooms are severely overcrowded, barely standing, and now serve only a fraction of the student body. As you can see right behind me and around me, the desks are very closed. You can see how congested this place is, and as a result of the space and the lack of infrastructure here, the authorities here are forced to move some of the students under the trees. As a result, students from JHS 1 to JHS 3 are now forced to study under trees in the open air, exposed to the harsh weather. Their dreams hang in the balance. Whiteboards and school bags laying against tree trunks. With no walls to shield them and no roof above, learning happens not in classrooms, but on wooden desks set in the dust.
This is very terrible. My biggest challenge is that when the sun shines and you are writing, it is really hard. Sometimes you have to push your desk somewhere so that you can find a better place. Meanwhile, some people's desks are also there, so you find it very difficult.
More importantly, as the rainy season sweeps across the country, it also threatens to wash away the dreams of children in Obaakrowa, a small farming community in the Greater Accra region.
Because we are having the lessons under the trees, when it rains, a class is about 109, and all of them cannot be in the class. So you can imagine 109 pupils in one class. Sometimes the getting access to the classroom is very, very difficult. So you have to stand at the door entrance and then be teaching them, which is very bad. So when it rains like this, sometimes it affects the lessons. Lessons are not effective.
Here, beneath the open skies and the shade of aging trees, students gather daily to learn not in classrooms, but on wooden desks placed in the dust. But with the rains now upon them, their fragile learning environment is on the brink of collapse. Simply, when it rains, lessons stop. When the sun is too hot, concentration also drops. Whichever way, students are worried.
It affects our academic year. For us to sit under the tree, even when it rains, we are not able to learn. The teachers close us, go home without doing anything. So I'm pleading with the government that they should help us and provide a new block so that we can sit inside and learn. For us to sit inside a classroom and learn, it will improve our academic year. We ourselves will feel comfortable learning in a classroom.
Learning under trees, you told me that snakes even fall. When did this happen?
Last academic year, I thought the snake will even bite us. Because as for us, young people like this, seeing a snake like that, it is very scary.
Malaria, cold, fungal infections, and skin rashes are just a few of the health risks students face due to the prolonged exposure to harsh weather. Assembly member for the area, Gilbert Kwame Afekpe, has expressed deep concern about the growing health implications, especially as the rains set in.
Whilst teaching and learning is even ongoing, motorbikes will be passing, cows, we have a lorry just closer to the school is here. And at times they stinge. They have to close them once it's not even time for closing. Snakes will fall from the tree, which is very dangerous to them. Communicable diseases such as TB, muzzle pulses, chicken pulses, because they are too overpopulated and they are even closer to each other. So it's affecting them. Whilst teaching and learning is even ongoing, you see cars passing, the town folks will even be bypassing up and down, smoking, then a whole lot. So it's affecting them a lot.
The concern is even greater for final year students preparing for the basic education certificate examination. Their future rests on exams they must study under trees.
It's not the best, and it saddens my heart because at the end, they will all sit for the same exams, while some are having a favorable learning environment, some are also deprived, and at the end, they all have to sit for the same exams, and they all have to compete for the same schools. And sometimes it's a little bit unfair and challenging to the students.
Assembly member for the area is urging authorities to intervene, pleading for the construction of additional classrooms and a new block for the JHS and primary departments.
I am now pleading to the government, current Minister of Education, Honorable Haruna Andrusu, Gansaf Municipal Assembly Chief Executive, Honorable Moses Kabuku Okansi, the MP for the Domabra Obon constituency, Honorable Isaac Akuibo, every stakeholders, NGOs, to come into our aid and give us the support. We need a classroom block. We need teachers' office, teachers' bungalow. They should come into our aid and support us.
Here at Obaakrowa DA Basic School, every rainfall delays a lesson and the future. With major infrastructure deficits forcing students to learn under trees, the need for urgent intervention is undeniable, especially as the rains set in. Who will heed the cry of these future leaders? Reporting for ChannelOne News, I am Kennedy Chumesi.